so this is what is taking place right now in Debra, where things are coming to a head, where the TMC and the BJP cadre is concerned. Let's cut across right now to our guest. We have Riju Datta, spokesperson TMC, in the studio with me. As political analyst is Manisha Priyam. Saurav Sikdar, spokesperson BJP, is also going to be with us very shortly. Riju Datta, there are claims that are being made right now by the TMC that the CRPF is actually halting the voting process instead of assisting it. Now, these are very grave allegations that you've made against a central agency responsible for conducting free and fair probe.
First of all, Preeti, very good morning to you, and very good to see you back.
Thank you.
But this political season, it's a season of allegations and counter allegations. But when we talk about CRPF, it is not the first time that we are raising a finger on their actions. Because if you remember, Preeti, before even the election dates were announced, we wrote a letter to the EC saying that the CRPF is being used by the BJP to, somehow manhandle our voters, somehow, force our polling agents to not do their job properly. So we have done it before. It's nothing new. We have given a letter to the Election Commission. But, if you give me a little bit of time, I will say some things here. As per my report, and with all responsibility, I'm saying that, Mamata Banerjee is winning Nandigram and she's winning very big. So that's, I want to say that on record. Secondly, I also want to mention the pertinent issue of oversight. And I'm not going to delve into the details because that is a different debate. But, that is the basic difference between BJP and TMC. For TMC, our commitment is our credibility, and that is why whatever we have promised to the people in the last 10 years, we have delivered. And again, we are promising that, we will give a student credit card for every child to pursue education worth 10 lakh rupees. Ration will be given to your doorstep. Every female head of the family will have a minimum household income. So this is what TMC is all about.
Okay.
And BJP in their all their machinery just to brand Mamata Banerjee as anti-Hindu has fallen flat on its face. And if you go and ask the Honorable Amit Shah ji, probably he will say that they are winning 40.
Riju Datta, I'm going to come right back to you, but you say that the BJP has gone all out to brand Mamata Banerjee anti-Hindu, but many would also suggest that Mamata Banerjee has also gone all out to prove that she is Hindu, with giving her Gotra as early as last evening, just before Nandigram went to polls. But I want to stick to the fact of all the allegations that are taking place this morning. So I want to cut across, because I did give you the opportunity, to your co-panelist, Saurav Sikdar, spokesperson BJP. Mr. Sikdar, the TMC is saying that the CRPF is halting the process in terms of free and fair polls. What are you complaining about? You have your candidate from Debra who says that TMC is making sure that free and fair polls are not going on. What is the central agency doing?
Good morning.
Good morning,
see, that allegation against the CRPF is totally rubbish. And you should understand the deployment of security forces, central security forces, has done by the local police officer. And we always put on question on the police officer that police acted as a TMC cadre from a long time. This Bharati Ghosh herself was a police officer. She knows all in and out about that deployment and everything. When she is alleging that they are not doing their duty properly, and there is a trend in West Bengal, unfortunately, before the day of voting, that ruling party cadre, they started threatening our polling agent. Now see, lots of places our polling agent has not been allowed to sit in the.
So then that's a failure of central agencies, isn't it? What are the central agencies doing?
I started with this, the deployment of central agency is done by the local police officer, the local OC, SP, DSP. So their role is in scanner.
All right. Well, okay. We don't know who to believe, because the TMC says the central agency's role is under scanner. You are saying that the local police's role is under the scanner. These are allegations as of now. What we can confirm, and we are happy to confirm, is that a campaign which was highly violent, the run-up to it, till now on the second phase, has not seen any major incident of violence. We are happy to report that. But Riju Datta also touched upon Nandigram, and we have to speak about Nandigram because viewers, not just the second phase, possibly the election of West Bengal, the fulcrum is the election in Nandigram. A prestige battle, Mamta Banerjee versus her once Lieutenant Suvendu Adhikari taking on each other. Whatever the results might be on May 2nd, one political career is going to be hugely impacted. But let's take you down now on our election intelligence dashboard. Second phase of election, viewers, this is what it looks like. Let's take you to West Bengal. 30 seats are going in for polling in the second phase, which is, of course, the 30 seats, the 1st of April. 4 big districts, viewers, are going into polls today. West Midnapur, East Midnapur, South Chobis Paraganas and Bakura. But let's go into region-wise, break it down and come down to the constituency of Nandigram. And this is what it looked like in 2016. And this is where I'll bring in our political analyst, Manisha Priyam. Viewers, 2016, Suvendu Adhikari, like now, is folklore, fought on a TMC ticket and won with 67% margin, with the second one with just 26%, which was the CPI. Of course, at that point of time, viewers, the TMC was facing off with the combine of the left and the Congress. The BJP was a distant second at that point, third at that point of time, nowhere near the picture. How things have changed. 5 years is a long time in politics, and the dashboard right now would be very, very different. But this is what it looked like. Suvendu Adhikari says he won with 67% margin. The TMC says you won under the TMC. And this 67% will not hold. That's a question I'll take to Manisha Priyam, who's standing with us right now. Ms. Priyam, as a political analyst, the 67%, which Suvendu Adhikari says that he's going to bring back to the fold of the BJP, how much water does that claim hold? Because the 67% has a large chunk of the minority vote, which Mamta Banerjee is hoping to get the majority of.
Yeah, at that point of time, I would say even Suvendu Adhikari was very critical to Mamta Banerjee because he was the ground level leader. And remember, Nandigram is the place that writes the political script for the rise of Mamta Banerjee. So we can go back to history, we can go back to the past and say that Suvendu Adhikari has had a very important critical role in the Ma Mati Manush campaign that Ms. Banerjee was able to unveil. But today she claims to be a larger than life persona. She claims to be the person around which the party is revolving. So really the hypothesis that's going to be put to test today is that do ground level political managers such as Suvendu Adhikari hold on their own once you have had the ascendance of a figure like Mamta Banerjee? So will the figure in the face determine the outcome, or will Suvendu Adhikari hold on to his own on whether the Ma was his or not? The Mati and Manush was certainly his. So I see it today as a campaign of Mati and Manush that comes from Suvendu Adhikari, whereas the Ma part has been taken clearly by Mamta Banerjee. Let's see what the outcome is.
Well, whatever it might be, one thing is for sure, viewers, it's an epic battle. Very few battles are made of what we are seeing right now. Pretty much defining the West Bengal elections is what West Bengal Nandigram votes today. Of course, we'll only know what the result is when that last vote is counted on May 16. But let's quickly now take you to the voting turnout till now. Phase 2, this is what it looks like right now, is only 16%, but it's only been 3 hours. There's a long day to go. So 16% of West Bengal across 4 districts, 30 constituencies has polled right now. 16%. But I want to break it down further. Out of the 30 constituencies, we are focusing on Nandigram for obvious reasons. So Nandigram, what does it look like in Nandigram, the voting percentage? Well, in 2016, if it was 87% overall, till now Nandigram has polled pretty much on what the, close to what the average is of the other 4 districts in all. 17% is what Nandigram has polled till now. Overall, viewers, 4 districts, East, West Midnapur, Bakura, South Chobis Paraganas. Till now, 30 constituencies have polled 16%. Nandigram has polled 17%, but it's only been about 3.5 hours. We're hoping that this voting percentage is pushed up. What would that mean? That's another story which is open to debate by the end of the day when we have a